Hi everyone! So I've been playing the Season 29 PTR for Diablo 3 quite a lot lately, and of course an important question is, what are the Haedrig's gift sets? So, if you don't know, you get a free set at the start of a season by completing the first 4 chapters of the season journey, which is pretty easy to do, but there's one step in particular that can cause you a bit of trouble, which is completing Greater Rift 20. And for this we have this guide here. So up here in the resource menu on the Diablo 3 Maxwell page, you can find this guide. I have just gone through this and updated it, and it's this rotation here. So we have Earth, Invoker, Shadow, Sunboku, Inarius, Jade, and Firebird. So none of these sets are particularly great, I gotta say. So they're generally not that good and not really any of the meta sets for any of those classes. But all of them, or most of them, actually have it fairly easy to actually get started with the GR20. So the good part here is that basically all of those sets already have some kind of decent multiplier on the 2 or 4 piece bonus. And this is what you have when you try to do that Greater of 20. The only exception here is Inarius, which just has nothing. And for Necromancers this time around, it's probably the best to just go Legacy of Dreams. And you can go here on this website and you have all the setups here. So I always have like this Greater of 20 setup with just the 4 pieces. And then just like very basic stuff, yellow items basically. And I have tested all of these so that, you know, it's actually realistic, and yeah, it's quite doable with basically nothing in most cases. So Greater of 20 is not exactly a high bar. For some of those setups, it's actually very easy, like Thorns, Invoker, for example. You actually have like quite a bit of damage here already, or for example for the Witch Doctor as well. You just spam Haunt everywhere, everything dies, because as soon as you land a second Haunt on a target, you will basically one-shot everything. Firebird also has a nice dot here that you can just apply with Disintegrate. And Monks have those clones here from the Sunboku set that just explode in AoE damage. And of course, Demantas, you have the huge 2-piece bonus on Shadows, where you can use basically anything. But most of the time, you're going to have even the Lord Greenstones or the Carlays from just crafting them at level 1. And then it's going to be an absolute breeze, depending on which one you got. And Earth, you have the 3 Earthquakes. So when you leap around, you can spawn Earthquakes. And it makes it kind of easy. If you want to see more details, I have all of those setups also linked in the description with like a very basic Greater Rift 20 setup. And also here are a few pointers of what to look for once you have that full set. So, you know, I have like a few very important pieces depending on which setup you're playing. And that makes it easy to go into a Torment 16, get started with your first Greater Rifts on higher levels, and then you can farm up whatever other setup you want to play. So you can also click on these guides here at the bottom of each of those paragraphs. We also have you know, the full guide for that build, depending on which one you chose. Here's the Jade guide, here's the Firebird guide, etc. And you can also just refer to the solo tier list that we are going to update very soon. Right now, this is still the Season 28 tier list, but in the grand scheme of things, not too much will change this time around, because it didn't actually really like buff or nerf certain builds. But there is a few changes because of the unequal power gains that the Altar of Rights brought in Season 28 that is now being phased out in Season 29. But either way, I don't think that anyone is really going to have much trouble with those Haedrig's gift sets here this time around. So even if the sets are not the greatest late game, they have a pretty easy start. So that's the big advantage here. And that's already it for this video. I wish you good luck in Season 29. I'm going to have a lot more guides coming up. As I mentioned, we're also updating the Maxwell guides right now. It's a huge undertaking actually, with this Paragon cap and Soul Self-Found and, you know, a bunch of other things that we have to change there. But if you want to read up more on those patch notes, I have the link here in the description as well. So this is the entire post that Blizzard has made. And we're also going to get the official Season 29 starting date and the full season preview, the full season patch notes very soon. So I'm going to keep you updated about that. That's it. Hope you liked this little video, and see you guys next time.